Stop writing formulas manually in Excel. Copilot has come a long way, and these are 5 things that you need to know from preparing to visualizing and analyzing our data. By the way, my name's Amy. Let's nerd out. First, let's touch on access. And if you're already confident in your abilities to access Copilot in Excel, then feel free to skip ahead to the time shown here. Otherwise, there are 3 possible scenarios that will determine how you can access Copilot. Now, the first one is we can locate the Copilot button. So this used to be in the ribbon on the top right here, and Microsoft has recently moved it. So if we have that Copilot icon, then you will fall into 2 categories. If you don't have that Copilot icon, then that means that you have a basic version of Copilot and you are in an organization that has over 2,000 employees. So unfortunately, these features are not available to you and you will need a premium license to access these features. Now, if we do have this icon here, then we can click on it and you're going to fall into one of 2 categories. So you'll see here on mine that it says M365 Copilot and then brackets premium. So this means that I have a premium license. And if yours also says premium, then you're going to have access to all of the features that I show you today. If yours doesn't have premium and it says basic, or if you just don't have anything here at all, then that means that you have the basic version of Copilot that's included in your Microsoft subscription. And the size of your organization is less than 2,000 employees. This means that you'll be able to access Copilot inside of Excel, but you may experience some limitations of the features that I show you. So with that out of the way, then let's jump in. Before we can start using Copilot in Excel, there are 3 things that we need to do to get our file and our data ready. So the first one is similar to Word, is that we need to ensure that our document is saved to the cloud and that autosave is turned on. This will enable Copilot inside of your document, as well as the Copilot chat. The second thing that we need to do is we need to ensure that our data has clearly defined headers because Copilot uses this as context. And we'll be taking a look at a couple of examples of this in a little bit. And the third thing is ensuring that your data is clean. So for example, we don't want to have duplicate rows or missing rows or blank cells. And the final thing is that we want to ensure that our data is formatted correctly. So for example, if I go to the Home tab, I can see that this cell here for the date column is in that official date format. So cleaning data is not really an additional step of working with Copilot. If you are going to be analyzing data in Excel or in other platforms like Power BI, step 1 is always making sure that your data is clean. And the same goes for using Copilot to help you analyze your data. Now let's take a look at how we can use Copilot to edit our Excel data. So we will open up this Copilot icon on the bottom right. And similar to Word, we have some different options here from the drop downs. We have that chat only experience, which we are all familiar with. We have the allow editing, which is that agentic mode. Before Copilot goes and makes changes to your document, let's plan it out first. So we'll be walking through this editing mode so that you can see everything in action. And we'll start small and just kind of build from there. So the first one I have selected in a cell here. I'm not too sure what this formula means. So I'm going to ask Copilot to explain this formula. So with that edit mode, Copilot is able to view the formulas in this file and it is able to give us answers. So in this case, it's a very basic formula. We have the total sales. But as you get into more complex formulas, then this can be a really great way to understand those formulas and understand your data better. Next, we are going to prompt Copilot to add a column for profit. So this is a really good example of how Copilot will use the headers and the names of those headers in our data set to understand context. And it is now recognizing that profit is going to be, the sales minus the price times the quantity sold. So we have a similar formula there. Now, on a more complex scale, I'm going to ask Copilot to insert a column for the SKU, and we have a SKU sheet here with all of our SKUs, our items, as well as the category. So, adding those lookup columns can be a little bit tricky. So let's just see if Copilot can help us with this. Just note as well that, this sheet has been clearly named SKU, and Copilot uses that when it's generating the formula, as well as ensuring that, one of these headers aligns with the headers in the other sheet. Copilot uses all of that data as context so that it can give you the results. So Copilot is just working through that. You'll kind of see these NAs as it works through it, but we can see now that those SKUs have been pulled and Copilot is just wrapping up over here. So another thing that I do like about this area over here is that it does give you an explanation so that you can understand everything. So we can see here that we have got that pretty complex formula in there, and Copilot did that all within one prompt in a couple of seconds. And if you have a favorite prompt or feature of Copilot in Excel, then drop those in the comments below, and I'll compile a video of all of those features in the future. Now let's take a look at how Copilot can help us visualize our data in a pivot table, which is typically a challenging tool to work with in Excel. So let's see how Copilot can help us. So once again, I'm in that allow editing mode here, and I'm just going to say create a pivot table showing the items sold and grouped by month. So this is going to take a little bit of time. There's a little bit more power that goes into these pivot tables. So let's just give Copilot a moment here and then we'll pop back in. But just note that right now we've got our sheet, our SKU, and our locations, and Copilot has already added this pivot table sheet for us, and it is going to start to add our content to this newly created sheet. So here we can see that our pivot table is now ready. We've got those items by month. But you know what? I actually would prefer to view this as profit. So I'm just going to ask Copilot to replace the quantity sold with the profit. So let's just give that a second and then we'll pop back in. So here we can see now that items on that far right column have now been updated to profit, and Copilot has quickly created a pivot table for us using those natural language prompts and has saved me quite a few headaches from creating this and streamlining that process. Now let's take a look at how Copilot can help us analyze our data within this Excel workbook. So we'll see here on the right-hand side that one of the suggested prompts is to analyze this workbook and add data insights. However, we have got the exact same data set from our last season, and I just want to do a comparison. So I'm going to ask Copilot to compare the sales data, and I'm just going to upload my document. So now I've referenced my previous year's data, and we'll go and send. So the prompt here is compare the sales data from the previous year attached file, summarize changes in the sales, the quantity sold, the gross profit, the category performance, item performance, and monthly trends, and then highlight the biggest increases, biggest declines, and whether the change was driven by price or volume. Now, this is quite a long prompt, and sometimes coming up with the prompt is a challenge. So what I actually did was I took a screenshot of some of my data here, just like that, and I attached it into a Copilot chat message, and I said, hey, I've got, this data, and I've got my previous year's data. Generate a one-line prompt that I can use to create a comparison of these two data sets. So that can be a little trick as well. We can see that Copilot has already created this sales comparison sheet for us and has already started to populate some of the information. So let's pop back in a moment once everything is complete. So we can see on the right here that Copilot has reasoned in 3 steps. We've got our comparison, we've got our category performance, and our biggest declines and key insights on the bottom. And similarly, we have, combined all of our data into these nice charts. And then we even have, these biggest increases, biggest declines, and then the key insight summary. So we can see here that our profit actually held steady, which is what is noted here. But then we have some X's to indicate that everything else has decreased. So the primary driver of the sales change is volume. So Analyzing data can take a long time and can be a bit of a rabbit hole. So, this has allowed us to use a one natural language prompt to get these key insights as well as combine all this data. So, we can now even go in here and, review it for accuracy or even analyze things further.